Do you believe in UFOs, extraterrestrials, men from outer space, little green men from outer space? The jury's out. I believe, because I've had an experience. Hi, this is Rob, filling in for Tracy, and today I'm going to talk about an experience I had about, let's say, 20 years ago. It's one of many experiences that I've had, and I think you'll find it interesting. Before I kick off, can you hit that like button? If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and click the little bell so you can be notified of any new content and any podcasts that are up and coming. And we have some good podcasts in the pipeline. Anyway, let me take you back 20 years, or maybe a little bit more. I was in the military for 8 years, and I came out of the military, and I struggled a little bit getting well, I still struggle, to be quite honest with you, sort of reacclimatizing myself to civilian life. Anyway, what I used to do is I used to go hiking and climbing in places where it was very, very rare that I would run into any human people. I used to take my dog with me, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier called Matt, Sir Matt. He was named after Sir Matt Busby. So I'm a United fan, so I apologise for any Liverpool fans or Arsenal fans out there. So this morning, I had got there probably 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish. Got myself my rucksack, had a flask of tea, had a couple of snacks, and off I went. The location was a place called Stones, which is in Greater Manchester. It's part of the Saddleworth Moors. And if that sounds familiar, the Saddleworth Moors is the place that supposedly the Moors murderers buried some of the children, or a couple of the children, whose bodies have never been found. I'm going to try and set the scene for you. There are 3 reservoirs sort of coming down in sort of steps, very, very large reservoirs. And sorry guys, let me just get a drink. So you park your car at the first reservoir. And basically you walk around it until you get to the other side. And then there's another reservoir which you walk round till you get to the end of that, and then so on and so on. And then you come to basically you're in a valley, and there's a rock face with a waterfall. And you climb the rock face, and it puts you on top of the mountain. And then you walk back round, and it's like a big circle. So this morning, like I said, it was quite early. I had just set off, and I was the only person there. It felt really strange. It felt very, very weird. The best way I can describe it is there was a metallic type feeling in the air, and you could almost taste it. But anyway, I was about an hour and a bit into my walk, and I decided that I was going to stop and have a cup of coffee. So there's a wall around the reservoir, so I climbed up the wall, sat down, and I was sorting myself out, taking off my rucksack, getting everything settled, and I was beside the water of the reservoir. What you've got to try and imagine is a lump, a huge, huge lump in the reservoir. Now, if you were looking from above, you probably wouldn't have noticed anything. But obviously, because I was on eye level with it, I could see the water, but it was like a reflection of the water, and it was quite impressive, to be quite honest with you, and it was quite big. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It was surreal. It was like, I suppose it would be like stumbling across a dinosaur. We've seen them on the TV, and we've all watched Jurassic Park, and all of a sudden you're face to face with a T-Rex, and that split moment before it bit your head off or bit you in half would be a surreal, because you're faced with this huge extinct supposed creature. That was what it was like. I'd seen all the Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and I don't think Independence Day was out then, and loads and loads of UFO stuff. It was an interest of mine anyway, so I'd read lots of books. I had done as much research as I could. I wasn't not trying to say that I was an expert in any way, but I had tried to sort of. It was an interest, a hobby maybe. Used to like looking up at the stars, things like that. So it was about, gosh, let me think now, 300, 400 metres away, maybe 500 metres away. So for some bizarre reason, I didn't panic. The dog he just couldn't understand. And I just sat down on the wall and I was watching. Literally, I was sat down on a wall on my own at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, watching and looking at this craft that basically looked like it was made of water. And then I noticed that there were some small people. At first I thought it was people, probably the size of my 10-year-old daughter, and they were looking at me, I was looking at them, and it was just absolutely surreal. I can still remember to this day this feeling, and I get this taste in my mouth as well when I'm thinking about it, and I get goosebumps. I've got goosebumps now just telling the story. But it was I wasn't scared at all. In fact, it was the complete opposite to scared. I was just mesmerised. For some reason, I knew that they weren't going to do me any harm. I knew that, thinking about it, and I've talked to Tracy about this, I think they were using the water for something. They were taking water on board for whatever reasons. I don't know. They were taking water on. And I seemed to go into some kind of daze. And the next thing I remember, they'd gone. As far as I can remember back, they'd gone. and I lost a little bit of time. I'm not saying I was abducted by aliens. I'm not, that isn't the whole point of what I'm saying. Um, I'm saying that maybe I was so calm about what I was seeing that it almost became, well, it doesn't really. It's normal to see it, and I believe that I have seen it since. Now I didn't know this, and now this is going to make me sound like a hypocrite, saying that I was really interested in UFOs and I had read a lot of books about UFOs. The area that I was in is famous for UFOs and UFO sightings. So, um, maybe it's one that maybe it goes down into the bottom of the reservoir. Maybe that is where it stays while it's here. I don't know. I would be really interested to know what you guys think. Other than the fact you probably think that I'm a nutcase or I've got a screw loose. But I can say 100% that it was real. I remember it. As I'm telling you, it was a long time ago. It's real. It was there. What it was doing there, I don't know. I would like to say for the record, like I've said already, I am not I'm in no way saying that I was abducted by aliens. That, as far as I'm 99.999% sure that didn't happen. I was just maybe mesmerised by what I was seeing, and yeah, so I just got up then and carried on doing what I was doing. Climbed up the cliff, got onto the top of the mountain, and then came home. Excuse me, that was my bottle. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think I'm mad? Have you had a similar experience? Have you seen a UFO? I know Tracy has, and I believe Tracy 100,000,000% that she has. And I think that this is what my thinking is. If you're open to seeing paranormal, supernatural, extraterrestrial, then you're more open to seeing ghosts, you're more open to seeing cryptids, you're more open to seeing UFOs, extraterrestrials, demons, ghosts, werewolves, vampires, the blob man. You're more open to see all them. People who aren't open, the skeptical people, that's the reason they don't see anything. You've got to have a certain frequency in your head. It's like Wi-Fi. We can't see Wi-Fi, but I'm using it now. Some people can tune in to this paranormal, supernatural world, and some people just cannot. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you in peace. I hope that it didn't bore you too much. And like I said at the beginning, if you like the video, can you click that like button, because it does help Tracy. And if you can, if you're not already subscribed, can you please click that subscribe button and click the little bell, because there is some brilliant content coming up. Absolutely brilliant. So anyway, guys, stay safe, and I will be back talking to you soon, probably with Tracy. So everybody take care, and I will see you soon.